Instead of so we've been walking around all morning. So I decided to basically my charger that I've been using to keep the phone charged that ran out of power completely. And so I decided since we needed to charge that up anyway, we was gonna stay in the crib for a little while. I've been meaning to do lives during the afternoon. I haven't been. I really want to get back to doing lives during the afternoon. I really want to get back to doing lives at night. Um, I'm trying to work myself there to be able to do those things for y'all. Well, I don't really know who even wants me to do like there's like two people that I know of that really missed tonight shows. So I'm gonna try to bring it back for them specifically. Shout out to Gotti and there's like at least one other person that mentioned besides Golfwood and Art of the Glass, besides the admins. There's at least one other people person who mentioned that they would like to have the Tonight Show come back. So I'm gonna try harder to get the Tonight Show to come back. Um, I'm just usually just by the time the night comes, I'm just usually just so down that I just don't do it. That's why I don't do it. I just be so depressed. So that's why I don't do it. But hopefully I'm gonna try to stay in good spirits today. Um, I got a lot of things that I'm worried about. If you want to help me not being, if you want to help me be in good spirits, you could always pull up to the Cash App or to the PayPal. But I was mentioning something before the last live ended, and I just want to say something. So I actually went out to go get life insurance because a situation happened outside, and I realized that I quite possibly could have died in that moment, and that I don't have a problem with dying, but I could have died in that moment, and I wouldn't have had anything to life insurance. I have no life insurance at all. So I went to go get life insurance, and when for everybody that don't know, when you go to get life insurance, to take your blood, to take your everything, I was actually greenlit, and basically I was gonna get $1 million policy, and I was only gonna have to pay $40 a month. So for the people they're telling you I'm in bad health, for the people that's telling you I'm on drugs and all this other type of shit, I got the paperwork somewhere around here. I might show it to y'all when I find it. But they were literally going to give me $1 million policy for I think $42 a month. So the people that's telling y'all I'm on drugs, they lying, man. They're just lying. I smoke some weed. That's it. That's it. I don't think they're giving $1 million, $40 a month policies to people who are avid crack users and on dope and all this other shit. I just don't think they're doing that, man. That's the people that be calling me when I be on the live and I'm like, yeah, I'm getting a call right now. I'm just gonna dub it. That it be them. So I don't see why any insurance company, life insurance company, would give somebody with a really bad drug problem, like I'm being accused of having, uh, $1 million policy for $40 a month, $42 a month. I'm gonna show you how the paperwork too. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna show you that. I don't know where it's at. It's sitting around here somewhere. But I'm gonna. So if I go online, I should be able to find where they did my where they took my blood at, and they did all that type of shit. So yeah, when I tell you I'm 100% ready to bet that I do not have any drugs in my system and that I do not do any drugs, it's literally because I don't do any drugs. It's not a gamble. God doesn't want us to gamble because the idea of gambling means luck is involved. There is no luck involved, man. Luck is not a thing. Luck does not exist. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I smoke sometimes, but I don't really smoke like that. That's not what I do. I drink sometimes, but I don't really drink like that. That's not really what I do. I think I know we have some smokers in the house, and I know we have some drinkers in the house. So what I think I'm gonna do is I am gonna start doing the Tonight Show at least once a week. That's gonna be based around smoking. Well, I have an actual idea, and I don't want to say what the idea is because I don't want nobody to steal it. But until we're able to do the idea, I think I might just come on the live and smoke with y'all uh, at least once a week, and drink with y'all at least once a week, probably on 2 separate days, probably on the same day. I don't know, because I might want to get it all out the way at one time. Anybody think that's an all right idea? Put it in the chat. I want to know what y'all think about that idea. Once a week, I'll come on here and I'll smoke and I'll drink with y'all. Anybody think that's an okay idea? Put it in the chat. I want to know. What do y'all think about that idea? Put it in the chat. I want to know. But yeah, I tried to go get life insurance. You understand what I'm saying? So for anybody that knows about life insurance, they were giving me $1 million. You can say I'm lying all you want, but then when I show you the paperwork, then you're going to say what? That I lied about the paperwork? You understand what I'm saying? So if this is something that y'all want, that y'all think I should be doing, once again, the channel needs the support of the people. Every platform that has followers have the support of the people, with the exception of this platform. This is literally the only platform I've seen on YouTube that don't get the support of the people. I'm asking for the support of the people so I could bring y'all content that y'all like. I've literally never seen any platform on any social media platform on anything. I've never seen any platform that people subscribe to and no one supported. I've never seen this. Why would you say you hope I'm doing well? Why would you think I'm not? Like, why would you even say that? You understand what I'm saying? Gaslighting. So whenever I come up with an idea that y'all actually support, I'm going to do that thing. But when I come up with ideas and y'all don't give no support, don't be surprised when I just don't do it. Because I'm assuming that it's not going to get any support even if I do it. You understand what I'm saying? So I come up here, I tell y'all ideas. If no one supports the ideas, I don't do the idea. That's it. Why would I do something nobody's supporting? That don't make sense. I don't know what day out of the week we'll do it on. I do not want to do it on a Friday, and I do not want to do it on a Saturday. I prefer to do it during the middle of the week or in the beginning of the week, because I want it to be a type of show where we're having a good time and we're enjoying ourselves. So I prefer to have it on a day that, generally speaking, is not one of the days that everybody like. So I prefer for it to be on a Monday, a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, right? Because everybody's partying on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday, right? Anyway, let's talk about this Travis Rudolph situation. Also, if y'all noticed, as soon as I said I'd bet these guys $500 that I'm clean, you notice they're not saying anything else anymore, right? You notice they're not talking? Nobody else don't notice they're not talking? They're somewhere right now talking amongst each other, trying to figure out how they could spin what I said to be in their favor. You do notice, right? They're somewhere right now in a commute, because there's a ton of them. They all talking to each other, trying to figure out how they could twist my words. You do know this, right? Tuesday sound like a good thing. Shout out to Josh Mayhem. Tuesday Talk. I like that. I like the ring of that. Tuesday Talk. Weed Wednesday. Which one you think sound better? Tuesday Talk or Weed Wednesday? Which one you think? Can we hit the like button, please? I know there's at least one of you in here that fuck with me. Can we hit the like button, please? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Weed Wednesday, right? Weed Wednesday sound pretty cool, right? Tuesday Talk or Weed Wednesday? Which one y'all think we should go for? I might make merch for both, by the way. Tuesday Talk. Who else got Tuesday Talk vote? I think Tuesday Talk do sound kind of good, but the talk could be anything. You could be talking about anything other. You could be saying they're taking a talk of crack. That's what these niggas is going to say. I think Weed Wednesday is the way to go. I think it's just less ambiguous. Remember, I'm trying not to be too tricky or ambiguous, because if I'm ambiguous, people are going to say I'm saying something I'm not saying. You understand? So Tuesday talk might be a little dangerous for me to use. And I don't know if that's the real few, by the way. That might not be the real few, because they cloned a lot of people's pages who I were friends with, so they could come in here and pretend like they're being cool with me. So I don't know if that's the few. Somebody put the Cash App in the chat again, please. I appreciate that. Let's talk about this Travis Rudolph situation real quick. So the Travis Rudolph situation, I think Weed Wednesday still is. I mean, Monday would generally be probably the best day of the week for it, since everybody hates Mondays apparently. But I think Wednesday is a good day, because Wednesday's kind of after a lot of us has gotten the week started, and you kind of know how your week is going by Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? You kind of know how your week is going. Like Wednesday and Thursday are probably the two biggest days that you need a glass of wine, right? Like Wednesday and Thursday, those are like the two biggest days you need a glass of wine, right? In any regard, Travis Rudolph, everybody that don't know, he is a cornerback that played for FSU, Florida State University. He was drafted by the Miami Dolphins, I believe. Basically, one of the things that happened was he was arguing with his then girlfriend. Shout out to Ganju, salute to Ganju. He was with his then girlfriend. They were arguing in front of his home. I guess she didn't know she was on camera. So after she assaulted him, she then left the home, and she called her brothers to have her brothers then come assault him. When her brothers came to assault him, he fired. I think they're saying he shot through he had an assault rifle. I want to be clear on this. They came with a handgun. He had an assault rifle. So when they got shot, they got shot. Shout out to Ganju. He let off 39 times. When they got shot, they got shot. Also, he had an assault rifle and they had a handgun. So they showed up with a handgun to an assault rifle fight. So I could just imagine when he started banging that thing, how them mofos turned around and got the fuck up out of there. That's 2. 3, she got her own brother killed, man. She got her own brother killed, man. Over some dick. And if you saw her testifying like I saw her testifying, I don't believe she has remorse. I believe she really thinks that man should go to jail for killing her brother that she sent to go over there to kill him or to harm him. I believe she needs to be brought up on charges. I believe 2 things should happen in America. 1, we have to change our laws. The instigators got to start going to prison. We need to change our laws. Just like if me and you was trying to rob a bank and the security guard of the bank end up shooting and killing somebody, me and you are on the hook for that. I'm going to say that again. Listen and pay attention. If me and you go to rob a bank, if me and you go to rob a bodega, and the bodega owner and me, he's legally able to protect his business and carry a weapon, and he ends up shooting a whole third person. I'll go over that in 1 second, Ganju. And he goes and shoots a whole third person that have nothing to do with this. Me and whoever went in there to go rob that store is on the hook for that. I think that that same law should apply to instigators. I think that if you send somebody to go attack somebody and that person gets killed, I think you should be on the hook for it. I think that if you call somebody up and lie to somebody, notice I'm saying lie, not somebody actually attacked you and then you go tell your family going in. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you lie, when you purposely tell somebody some shit that's not true, and then they go try to defend you and lose their life. Those people need to be held accountable. The instigator. I also think, and this is just another thing, that when anybody accuses anybody of rape, if it's proven that it was either consensual or wasn't rape, I think that person should go to jail. A lot of people, a lot of men, specifically black men, lives have been taken and ruined. I'm sorry to say this, but because of women, independent of whatever race or their genealogy might be, independent of whatever ethnicity they might be. Back in the 19s, how many black boys and men were killed for allegedly a woman, a white woman, saying that they looked at them or some shit? So this is a problem that we have, that women could be weaponized against the black man specifically. There's no reason in the world why this man should be on trial. The fact that he's on trial is bananas. Let's remove her from the equation. A man is sitting in his house minding his business. Some people pull up and they got guns. He ends up shooting and killing one of them. Explain to me why he should go to jail. Remove her from the equation. A man is sitting in his home, minding his business. Some people pull up on his lawn, they want smoke, and they got weapons. He fires on them. Why should he go? Why should his freedom be in jeopardy? I'm here. I'm listening. Somebody explain. Josh says, I'll get to the civil thing in a second. Hold on, Ganju. Josh says, yeah, she needs to be head. Oh, you talking about the civil thing. Okay, hold on. Let me answer the civil question, and then I'll read Josh's answer. Okay, so this is the thing. If he's found guilty, there's no room for charges against her or a civil case against her. If he's found guilty. If he's found innocent, then that means that the reasons in which why people did whatever they did has been determined by the court system. So if he's found guilty, it's been determined by the court system that those individuals had a reason to be at his home at that moment. You understand? It's also being determined that he did not have a reason to fire on them. You get it? So if the courts determine that those men had a reason to be at his home and also determine that he did not have a reason to fire on them, then there's no case to sue her. You understand? Hold on. I'll get to what you just said in a second, Ganju. Hold on. You understand? This is just the way that I interpret the law. This happened in Florida also. I don't know Florida law but so much. The more we cover cases in Florida, the more I will learn about Florida's laws. We've covered quite a few cases in Florida, so I know a little bit. I know more about Florida laws than Michigan laws. I know more about New York laws than all laws, just so we can be clear. I live in New York, and I know a lot about California laws and Texas. Anyway, not everything, obviously, but a lot. Anyway, so if it's been determined that these guys had reason to be at that home, and it's also been determined that he didn't have any reason to fire on them, then there's no reason for her to be, there's nothing for her to be held responsible for. But, or nothing I can think of. But, if it's determined that those men were not supposed to be at his home for the reason in which why they were there, and it was also determined that him firing on them was his American God is United States of American right, his God-given American right, then yes, there should be room for her to not just civil case, but they could literally be a criminal case also against her, because in that somebody has to be responsible for this man's death. You do know that, right? So the courts is going to have to find somebody responsible for his death. So unless the courts say he's responsible for his own death, pardon me, if Travis Rudolph gets off, unless the courts say that the dude that died is responsible for his own death, they're going to have to put that responsibility somewhere. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be her. At least it should be. Hold on. So Josh says, yes, she needs to be held accountable. These men showed up at midnight and started a brawl. Wait, there was a fight also? There was a physical fight first? No charges for assault. So Travis and his brother got the crap beat out of them. So hold on. So look, you know more about this case than me right now. So I just want to just put this in context. So Travis, these dudes showed up at Travis's house. They assaulted him. Then he shot at them and killed one of them. I have no idea why he's on trial. The only reason why I could guess that he's on trial is because we're living in a society right now that says protect black women even when they're wrong. That's literally the only reason why I could see why he's on trial. We live in a society that says that even when a certain demographic of people is 100% wrong, we have to do everything that we could do to make sure that we're on the right side of history. So they're going to try the man, and if they can't get the man, then they might go after the woman, if that makes any sense. Josh says, I'm not sure, probably. Ganju says, thanks, Josh. Ganju says, prosecutors are saying he shot off his property and also while he was allegedly driving away. That could be a problem for him. I don't think you could shoot people while they're trying to escape. Josh says, if they were truly pointing 2 pistols as they drove away, he was totally in the right. That's a fact. And right to shoot, unfortunately, we'll never see video that close, clearly showing inside of the car. That's a fact. At least I don't believe we will. I believe you're correct. Josh says, yeah, they knocked on his door, got into a fight right in front of his front door, all captured on ring bell. One of them pulled out a pistol, so Travis went in the house and grabbed the rifle. So 100%, once again, they pulled out a firearm first. He pulled out a firearm second. I don't see no reason why he should be on trial. First of all, just so we could be clear, they should be on trial for showing up to this man's doorstep and assaulting him, period. Period. I don't think, first, we need to have a law in America. And we really, really need this because of now how the internet is. We need to have a law that if anybody pulls up to your house for a confrontation, that you're exempt from a lot of the charges that people are getting charged with. You understand? Like if somebody pulls up to your home for a confrontation, every single thing that happens should be on them. every single thing that happens. If they pull up to your house for a confrontation, somebody's car gets set on fire, that should be on them. They pulled up to your home for a confrontation. You was at home in the shower or some shit, eating dinner. I don't know what you was doing, preparing chicken for tomorrow. Could somebody put the Cash App in the chat, please? He better than me. Because once they would have knocked on my door, I would have came to the door with the rifle. He better than me, fam. If you knock on my door for any kind of smoke, I'm coming to the door with the weapon. Because I'm assuming one of us got to die. So I'm coming to the door with the weapon. If you showing up on my doorstep to get into an altercation with me, I'm going to assume you coming here to kill me. That's just my assumption. Wait, which part you laughing at, Ganju? I'm just assuming you come here to kill me, fam. The fuck? Why are you showing up to my door to fight for? I'm assuming you come here to kill me. And depending on how I feel about dying at that moment is depending on how I'm going to handle the situation. I might be okay. Like right now, I'd be okay with it. I'm going to show up to the door like this. I've been waiting for you. But, you know, maybe I'm not feeling like that. You know, and maybe I show up to the door and before you could get 2 words out of your mouth, we calling the EMS. Maybe that's happening. Not even the EMS, the morgue. Maybe that happened. Before you could get whatever the fucking problem is you have out your mouth, maybe, you know, your people got to start preparing funeral services in the wake. I'm 100% an advocate. I don't care how old they are. I don't care who they are. If they showing up to your home and they coming to your home with that, they coming to try to have an altercation, you should be able to kill a nigga. I'm sorry. I think if somebody is pulling up to your home where you live to have a negative physical confrontation, any kind of confrontation, I mean, that you presume to be any confrontation, because you don't know if they want it to be. You don't know. But if anybody pulling up to your home with they know where you live, fam. If you don't kill them, they're not going to think you serious. They're going to be back. Tell me where the lie at. So I think there's a level of you going to somebody's home for a problem that you just forfeit your life. And I think that's how the court should take that. Whenever anybody goes to anybody's home and they end up getting killed because they was going over there for whatever the BS they was going over there for. I'm just saying what it is. I think this is one of those situations that the NFL is supposed to be using their lawyers to get that man off. I want these sports leagues, especially when it's situations that you could so obviously tell that the individual that's in their league is being targeted, I want their lawyers to handle it. That's what I want. That should be in the next collective bargaining agreement. We're going to protect the players from society. I think that their lawyers should handle it. You think that people will be doing this type of bullshit to the NFL and to the NBA players if they knew that they had to go against lawyers like that when they get to court? Nah, they wouldn't be doing the bullshit. That woman got her brother killed, fam. She got on the stand, there ain't no remorse in her heart. She really think the other dude did it. She gonna get her other brothers killed. Because them niggas is stupid. They know what kind of sister they got. They know they got that kind of sister that you can't just be running up on niggas for because she probably is the problem. They know that. You have the sisters out there that when they come up to you and they like, yo, this nigga put hands on me, and you know them, and you like, nah, this isn't acceptable. Then you got those sisters that come up to you and be like, yo, this nigga put hands on me. You gotta be like, you know what? You probably smacked the shit out of this nigga first. Tell me where I'm wrong, fam. Tell me where I'm wrong. I'm here. I'm listening. Tell me what I'm wrong about. Tell me where I'm incorrect. I'm listening. A lot of niggas die because of they female family members, fam. A lot of niggas die because of their female family member. A lot. I don't know how many of y'all know women that got their brothers killed or their cousins killed, but some of us do. Some of them bitches don't care. Some of them get fucked up. Some of them straight don't care, fam. Some of them get messed up in the head. Some of them is just, you know, they didn't meet, they you know, really were good people. Some of them weren't good people. When their relative died, they too busy. They want the other dude to go to jail, and they want all the other stuff to happen to the other dude like they wasn't a part of it. And that goes for all races. That goes for all races. All right? This is not a black person thing. This is a black woman we're talking about, but this ain't a black person thing, fam. I know a couple of Puerto Rican and Dominican women that got niggas killed, fam. By accident. I know. Was that her son? When I was a kid, I think this lady got her son killed by accident. Beefing with some nigga over some shit that wasn't important. I didn't know them, just so we could be clear. It's just some shit that happened. I think it happened like around Hennessy Place. That's Burnside Avenue, West Burnside Avenue. West Burnside. Yeah, like I didn't know the people. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know them. You know what I'm saying? That's just some shit that happened in the hood. But there's this lady, she got her own son killed, fam. This is like late 80s, maybe early 90s. I'd have to speak to, I don't speak to none of my family members, but I would have to speak to some of my cousins that was living over there to find out exactly who it was. But yeah, got her own son killed, fam. She was fucked up after it, by the way. This wasn't one of those, she was fucked up. Anyway, and anyway, we're going. Yeah, so I think that woman needs to be held responsible. Y'all niggas is out here crazy. Y'all out here. I'm gonna tell you a story real quick, just so you can understand why I'm saying niggas gotta be a little bit more mindful. So when I was a teenager, I was probably about 16, 17 years old. I think about 16. So I was dating this girl, right? Shout out to Tamika. So she comes up to the crib. I'm outside walking to the store with Adrian. Adrian's riding a bike. Shout out to Age. So he's riding a bike. We on the west side of Concourse Village. We go into the store over there, the back store, right? It's called the back store because we just call it the back store, but it's on the back of 840. I think that's why we call it the back store. I don't know. Anyway, so he's going to the back store. So when we was going to the back store, we see I dream about that store a lot too, apparently. So I dream about the way the store used to look, not the way it look now. Anyway, so I'm going to the store and I see this chick that I knew from Washington Heights, right? She from University Ave, University Ave. So University Ave is nowhere near where I live. So it's a walk. It's like a couple of miles. So where she lives is a couple of miles. So she comes over to where I live. She said, she comes over. She sees me. She says, "This dude attacked us. This dude hit us. Some guy hit us." Right. Just so you can get the backstory, I think they was like fucking or some shit. I don't know. Is this some chick I was banging her to, or whatever the case is, right? So she was bragging to him. This is basically so you can get the story down. So she was bragging to him about something and basically throwing my name in there, saying I get, Psycho Bob to fuck you up. So she wasn't calling me Psycho Bob though. She was just calling me by my real name, Sean. So she was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get Sean to fuck you up." Da da da, this and this and that. Because I'm known in my neighborhood. Like I'm known around the whole entire area. But they don't know me by Sean because they don't know my real government name. Everybody know me by Psycho Bob. So she was like, "I'm gonna go get Sean to fuck you up." Da da da, this and this and that. So he laughing at her. Like you don't got nobody that care about you. You understand? So she laughing. This is why you don't fuck lame niggas. So she laughing. He laughing at her. Like basically nobody don't care about her. Like I'm not gonna tell you her personal history, but she lived a pretty tough life. I hope she's living a better life right now. I hope everything is working out for her. I hope everything is working out for her. She was literally one of the prettiest females I've ever dated in my life, hands down. She looked like Left Eye. She looked like Left Eye but darker. She's Puerto Rican, I believe. She looked like Left Eye but darker, like darker. But she looked like Left Eye. So she comes and gets me. So she's like, "Yeah, the dude's down the block." So I walk down the block, and so I see the dude. He a young boy, right? She was a couple of years younger than me. They're probably about the same age, right? So I think he was like a year, maybe a year older. I don't know what his age was. So, but I'm about 16 years old. So, about 16, 17 years old, right? So I go down the block. I see him. Now, this is what you have to understand about me. I know who she is. I know what kind of female she is. She's one of those females that talk shit all the time. That's how come I know what she was saying. She talks shit all the time. She's always just doing weirdo shit. She's like she's been through a lot. You understand what I'm saying? I just want to say it like that. Like she's been through a lot. So when I approached dude, I didn't want to have to beat him up. I didn't want to have to put hands on him. You understand what I'm saying? And so I approach him, and he's literally standing with this dude that I know that live in Concourse Village. So the dude that he's standing with, just so we could be clear about this, he he knows me. He knows all of my dudes. This is not a guy that want no problems with us. He damn sure don't want. He don't want no problem with me. So when I walk up, I don't talk to the dude that she say hit her first. I talk to the other nigga, and the first thing I say to him is say, "Yo, this is your man." So when I woke up, the young dude is smiling because he only see one of me, and he think they gonna jump me. He think he gonna help the guy fight. That the guy's gonna help him fight me. So I said, "This is your man," and homeboy immediately disowned him. Immediately, and then he said my name. So the young boy, the dude that I was supposed to be whooping ass, he knew my name. He's just never seen me before. So when homeboy said my name, he started shitting. So I stepped to him and I was like, "Yo, what's the problem here?" The nigga started crying. So after he started crying, after about a minute or two of him start crying, shout out to Concourse Village, shout out to the CVP posse, shout out to 158, shout out to OBH. As soon as he said what he said, shout out to the west side, shout out to the east side. As soon as he was like trying to cop a plea, the whole fucking Concourse Village came down the block. "Yo, this nigga Psycho Bob got problems." all of the niggas. I had no idea that these niggas supported me like this. I had no idea. Like, this is why this is a big point of my life. I had no idea that these niggas fuck with me like this. I never thought in my wildest dreams that if I had a problem, all of these niggas would come pull up. Some of them niggas I feel will come pull up. But some of them niggas that was coming to pull up to fight, Jefferson Projects? Some of the people that came, where's Jackson Project? So what's Jefferson building? Some of the people in Concourse Village? Yeah, some of the buildings do got regular names too, don't they? I think all of the buildings. Anyway, so when I saw all them people coming down the block, I'm not gonna lie, I never seen that. Like, I don't have the type of family, I don't have the type of brothers that if I get into a fight, they gonna fight with me. I don't have, my brothers ain't like that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have that type of brothers. I got one brother, Jefferson Building in Concourse Village. Yeah, because the buildings do got regular names also. I don't know if that's on the east side or west side. You know what number that is? Like the west side buildings is 780, 790, and 800. Those are the west side buildings. I used to live in 790. On the east side, I think it's 776, like 777 and 778, 740. That's how the buildings go on the west side? It's a west side building then. It's not an east side building. However the numbers go on the west side, I don't know how the windows go on the west side. I don't know how the windows go on. I don't know how the building numbers go on the west side of the windows. I don't know how the building numbers go on the west side. They know me then. If she have kids that was running around or kids that was running around during the 1990s, they know me. Ask them about Jack Frost, fam. I mean, not Jack Frost. Ask them about Psycho Bob, fam. If they got kids in their 30s and 40s that was in Concourse Village in the 1990s, they know me, fam. In any regard, when I saw all the people come down the block, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't think I've ever, like, that just made me feel good. Like, that's not some shit. I got cousins that are strapped for me. Don't get this confused. But my own brothers would just never do that. I got one brother that would, but the rest of them just would never do that. You understand? Like, they would just, my father didn't raise us like that. You understand? My father didn't raise us like that. Like, my brothers would never fight for each other. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they just would never do that. Like, my brothers would never stick up for each other. My father didn't raise us like that. My father raised us to be competitive against one another. My father didn't raise us to be competitive with one another. Like, he didn't raise us to work together. He raised us to work against each other. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's how my father raised us. Like, if you worked against your brother, then my father gave you rewards. But if y'all work together, then my father, he ignore you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he looks down on that. My father don't think we should be helping each other. You know, like, he's a weird nigga, fam. I don't know how else to put it. Like, it's weird and it's fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? So when I saw those people coming down the block, I was like, yeah. Anyway, in any regard. And when I say a lot of people, I mean it was about 20 or 30 people. And they were hustling. And then they ran up on us, and I'm just standing there with one dude standing here that don't want no problems, and another guy standing here, and his just tears is running down his fucking face. Like, it's not like one tear. He's not doing the fucking Denzel Washington film. This isn't I forgot the name of that show. I forgot the name of that movie. But like he's crazy. It's flush. Like, his tears everywhere. It was bananas. I have an incredible history. I have an incredible history. And that's why there's like 2 or 3 people that came in here that know me from a kid that was like, you gotta tell them the stories. Like, you gotta tell them the stories. I got an incredible history, fam. I have an incredible history. Impeccable, fam. Impeccable. I promise you, my shit is impeccable, fam. Impeccable. I've done a lot of good things in my life. People that know me probably think I should be in here bragging more. Like, I really don't be bragging. I just think I be bragging because I be saying shit. But if I was really up in here bragging, fam, You don't understand. I'll be saying shit that you just wouldn't believe because it'll sound like it come out of a movie. Like the time I snatched the cabbie out of the car because he hit one of the little niggas on the block. I snatched the nigga up out the car. Ran up on the damn cab driver's car, snatched the nigga out. I'm like 15 years old. Snatched the nigga out of the car because he hit one of the little niggas in the block. So, yeah. I know there's an 840 on the Grand Concourse. So yeah, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I'm a different breed, fan. Like, my history, me growing up, is actually impeccable. It's impeccable. Just pay attention to the people that you see talking shit about me. You don't see nobody that knew me for any period of time talking crazy about me. You don't have nobody that knew me when I was growing up talking crazy about me. All the people that's talking crazy about me are some niggas that met me a couple of months ago or some shit, a couple of years ago. Nobody that knew me from when I was a child. They're not gonna talk crazy about me. I promise you. A lot of these people owe. I owe a lot to people too. Don't get this confused. But a lot of people owe me. I was really out here doing God's work, man. It's on the Morris Ave side. That's the east side. I lived on the other side. That's the east side. I think it's 774, 775, and 776. I'm not 100% sure. But that's on the east side. The Morris Avenue is the east side. The west side of Concourse Village is literally West Concourse Village West. Like, that's the street name. And that's another reason why I actually know quite a few politicians, because a lot of politicians actually lived in Concourse Village when I first moved there. So, a lot of politicians actually moved there. That's the first time a lot of politicians actually lived there. Okay, used to be in the wreck. Okay. I definitely passed you before, so we've met in real life, man. I wasn't on the east side a lot. I was over there a little bit, but we definitely met in real life then. Most likely. If you was there for any time, like if you really was like hanging out and shit like that, we definitely met. Somebody put my Cash App in the chat, fam. And write Cash App on it so people know what they're looking at. Let's get some drops going. We're having a good show, and we've been live for over 3 hours this morning, fam. This is what y'all want. More FaceTime with Jack Frost, right? Pull up to the Cash App, fam. Let's get some drops going. And shout out to the people who did drops earlier. I didn't call it out because I didn't see it. Shout out to all the people that gave drops earlier. I can't look at the I can't open my app right now, so there's nothing I can do about it. But shout out to everybody who did drops earlier. Let's see if we get a couple of more going. Let's see if we get a couple more going. Come on, let's pull up. Also, if you are in New York City, I'm already bringing Darkwing with me, and I'm trying to bring Gotti with me. We got a concert happening over here in Coney Island. I'm already bringing Gotti with me, and I'm already bringing Darkwing with me. I'll bring one more person, well, 2 more people. I want to bring Rugi also, because Rugi pulled up on me and came to hang out with me one time. So I wanna, you know, I would like Rugi's cool too. I like to have Rugi, you know, I don't know if he's around. He can see me saying this or whatever. But I would like to choose one more person from New York City to come down and hang out with us at this concert. Somebody put the Cash App in the chat and write Cash App. And also pull up to the Cash App. Let's get some drops going. Let's stop letting the haters win by nobody supporting the platform. Because we do that. Let's get a little bit of support this morning. Just a little bit. Let's just show at least a little bit that you like the BBN Network, fam. We got a couple of people out. We got 40 people in here right now. At least 2 of y'all got to like the fucking platform, fam. At least 2. And I'm not talking to Ganju. Obviously, I'm not talking to Ganju. But two of y'all gotta at least like the platform. You gotta at least have two people that like the platform. Pull up to the Cash App, man. I need 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, what else we talking about? Put it in the chat. But that's why I think that something needs to happen in regards to when people are sending people to go attack people. Because just because somebody tells you that somebody did something, that don't mean you got to pull up with that same energy. You should always pull up with the trying to find out what the fuck happened energy. You understand what I'm saying? So when I pulled up on dude, I pulled up with the trying to find out what happened between him and homegirl. Just so we can know. Also, just so we could be clear, um, at this point, for the people who think I'm on drugs, fam, I'm pretty sure there's nothing that I could ever say to convince you different. So it is what it is. I'm not on drugs, fam. Every time people pull up in here and try to get y'all to not donate, that's when I want y'all to donate. Because I don't know no other way to get rid of these people. So anybody that want to say F these people, you could pull up to the Cash App and donate some money, fam. They just want me to go broke, so I got to be a slave to my parent. I'm not never going to speak to those people ever again. So I would appreciate some support, fam. I don't want to be nobody's slave. I don't want to do that no more. And I'm not talking about getting a job being a slave. I want to do this in my heart. This is what we do. An addict can't function like Frost. Facts. It don't even make sense, fam. The fact that people believe this shit is the shit that kills me more than anything else. Because that means that there's people that think that I actually do these drugs. That bothers me more than the fact that there's people lying about it. You understand? That bothers me more than people lying about it. There's people that think that I'm actually on drugs, fam. What the fuck, fam? I smoke a little bit of weed. There's people that think that I'm on drugs. That bothers me way more than people saying I'm on drugs, fam. And I promise you, for the people that's trying to force me to quit YouTube, just keep the same energy if I'm not here no more. Just keep making all, if I'm not here no more, please keep making all the hate videos. Laugh all you want, celebrate all you want. Just keep that same energy when I'm not here no more. So everybody could see that they was on Satan's side and that they weren't on God's side. So just please keep that same energy. That's all. Just all. Just please keep that same energy. Just please keep that same energy. Just please keep that same energy. Because I'm telling you right now, this is what I do. When I don't do this no more, I'm not going to be alive. So if you support the platform, you're going to support the platform. If you support me dying, then you support me quitting. Period. There is no nothing else. Just so we can be clear. There is no nothing else. This is it for me. If this is not what I'm doing, then I'm not alive no more. This is it for me. I'm telling you I'm not doing nothing else. I'm telling you that this is what I'm doing with my life. And I'm quite comfortable with not being alive no more, just so we can be clear. Is there anybody in here other than the people that hate me? Drop some comments. If there's anybody in here other than the people that hate me, could y'all drop some comments, please? If there's people in here other than the people that hate me, can y'all drop some comments? Because the people that hate me, they want to get my content. They just don't want me to get paid for it. You understand? So it'll be 20 people in here that hate me. It'll be 30 people in here that hate me. You understand? It'll be 31 people in here and 30 of them hate me. You understand? So if you want to support the platform, if you would like for Jack Frost to make more content, I need for y'all to pull up to the Cash App, to the Super Chat, and to the PayPal. That's period, man. That's like with any other content creator. All of us need support from our community. Every content creator needs support from their community. Every content creator, man. Is there anybody that's going to pull up to the Super Chat or to the PayPal today? Is there anybody that's going to pull up to the Cash App today? I'm curious. Anyone? I'm asking. Is there anybody that's going to pull up to the Cash App, to the Super Chat, or to the PayPal today? Is there anyone? Every single platform needs donations from the community. Every platform. Not just mine. Every single platform. Is there anybody that's going to show up and show any support today? No, not one person. We got 40 people in here. Not one person is going to show up and show. Not even, we got 40 people in here. And not one person could show any support to the platform. Not one. Not one person is going to show up and show any support to the platform. Shout out to Darkwing. Darkwing show support. There's not one, nobody else is going to show up and show any support to the platform at all. We got 40 people in here. Not one person can show up and show support to the platform. Only Darkwing. That's the only person that shows support to the platform. Nobody else can show any support to the platform. This is crazy. All right, they probably going to start kicking people in a minute because I went out of the app for a second. Ugh. All right, so I don't really have anything else to talk about. Generally speaking, I usually stay on because I think you guys are enjoying my company. Obviously, you guys are not enjoying my company, so I'm going to go. Just enjoy your day, man. Go do something. I mean, I stay on, but obviously I don't enjoy my company. Uh, go do something worth doing out there in the world and stamp God's name on it. I am not even gonna pretend like I'm gonna do another live today, because sometimes I be wanting to do another live. I just don't be having the energy to get it done. I just, you know, okay. So basically, I don't get no support in the morning. So I assume if I do lives later in the day, all of the people that hate me is gonna be off from work, and they're gonna be in my live like crazy, and they're the only people that's gonna talk to me. So therefore, I don't do lives at night no more. It don't make sense. It don't make sense for me to do lives at night, because that just ensures all of the people that want me dead is gonna be in there, and that's the only people that's gonna comment. So I don't do lives at night no more. Just so y'all can understand. So I don't do it. It don't make sense. I'm not gonna get no donations whatsoever. The only people that's gonna show up is the people who hate me, and the only people that's gonna talk to me is the people that want me dead. So I don't do lives at night. Whenever y'all want me to start doing more shows, you'll show support to the platform. Other than that, I'm just gonna assume I'm just, getting ready for them to tell me I don't live here no more, so I could take my own life. That's just literally all I'm waiting for. Literally, that's all I'm waiting for. So maybe next month. That's why I keep telling you. Maybe next month. Maybe next month is maybe today. Maybe this weekend they pull up and tell me something, and then it's the end of the BBN network. Um, but that's my plan. Um, at this point, unless a miracle happens, I'm gonna have to kill myself. It is what it is. I don't expect a miracle to happen. I don't expect anything good to happen. So I don't think like that anymore. I used to always think something good was gonna happen. I just don't think like that anymore. I used to think the world was a good place. I just don't think like that anymore. I used to think people were good. I just don't think like that anymore. I just don't think like that anymore. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. That's all I got on this one.